Hello everyone and welcome back to Strange Wonders. As always, I'm your host Mr.G, and today we're talking about the smart guys of the ocean. So yeah, let's get into that. Today we're talking about dolphins. Dolphins are cetaceans. There is no one dolphin classification, rather there are a few families containing whales that are considered to be dolphins. The largest being the dolphin family, which consists of most of the ocean dolphins, including the orca, which has its own video so it's not being talked about here. Dolphins are recognizable thanks to their sleek bodies that bear an uncanny resemblance to a shark, complete with a large dorsal fin. Why do dolphins look like sharks? Well, that's thanks to convergent evolution. Since they have a similar niche in the food chain to sharks, they evolved a similar body plan, that being a cylindrical body built to move through the water to catch prey. Oh yeah, I should probably mention porpoises. They're similar to dolphins, but they are their own family, Phocinidae. The main difference between them is that typically dolphins have long beaks and porpoises have short beaks. Okay, back to dolphins. They're found all over the world in warm seas, and some are even freshwater, but more on that in a minute. Dolphins are very social, often traveling in groups that can sometimes reach up to 1,000 members. Dolphins are expert hunters thanks to being equipped with echolocation, which allows them to detect prey buried in the sand. So yeah, if you ever hear a dolphin singing, it's sending out a call to look for food. That's what that noise is. And does anyone else think it sounds like a zipper? Or is it just me? I don't know. Large dolphins like the bottlenose have little to fear thanks to their large size, but they can still get snacked on by large sharks like great whites, as well as orcas, because everything in the sea is eaten by orcas. Except orcas are dolphins, so... I don't know. Anyway, if attacked, dolphins are capable of defending themselves by smacking whatever shark tried to attack them with their beaks, and they'll even bring in the whole pod to assist them, which, as you can imagine, leads to the shark dying of blunt force trauma. Some dolphins even live in rivers, mostly large ones like the Amazon or maybe the Yangtze. We still don't know if they're gone yet, but it's pretty likely they've gone extinct. Also, Amazon river dolphins are pink. Just thought you should know that. You know, I always found it weird that river dolphins, there are none in the Nile. Yeah, I know there's a lot of large rivers they don't live in, but for some reason as a kid, that's the one that really bothered me, of the lack of dolphins, but yeah, whatever, I'm probably the only one. Now, the thing that dolphins are most famous for is their intelligence and playfulness. It's argued that dolphins are the most intelligent non-human creature on the planet. Like elephants, they have great memories. They pass the reflection test, meaning they recognize what reflections are and don't think they're another animal. What else? Oh, they've been observed having interesting hunting behaviors, like some populations that learned how to follow fishermen and other populations that know to herd fish into one place to make them easier to find. And some dolphin species have even been observed using tools, like putting sponges over their wounds like bandages. In addition, each dolphin has a unique chirp that helps them recognize each other, which some think is the dolphin equivalent of a name. Dolphins also have some interesting behaviors. Like sometimes they'll intentionally inflate pufferfish so they can suck out poison from them, and then they get high from this, and then they pass the puffer to their friends. Yes, this really happens. Oh, also, you ever wondered how dolphins and whales sleep? Well, you see, since they're air breathers, falling asleep would kill them, so instead dolphins only half fall asleep, as in only half their brain goes to sleep mode, as the other half remains cognizant so they don't drown. Yeah, really. Another thing that helps them with this is that, unlike humans, dolphins have to actively devote brain power to breathing, whereas with humans we do it unconsciously, which is how we're able to breathe in our sleep without suffocating. Dolphins, every single breath they make has to be deliberate. So yeah, that's how they can sleep underwater. Well, that's dolphins for you. Talk about oh wait, I made that joke already. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the cards. I have no idea how to feel about bottlenose dolphins being in Strange Wonders instead of Monsters of the Deep, but whatever. Like I said, I can only deduct points for their series if it's objectively wrong, like the Hellbender. But this card still does make an error. It lists only one species of bottlenose dolphin, when there are multiple species of bottlenose dolphin. I learned that when I was making Ultimate Splashdown, and I looked up what their scientific name was, only to find out that they're a genus. So, yeah, if I had to learn that, then these guys gotta learn it too. They also gave a card to river dolphins in general, but they only list one family, even though there are multiple families. River dolphins aren't just one family, there are multiple of them. Also, it makes a weird error where it claims they live in Europe. Yeah. Now, river dolphins only live in South America and Asia, so that's wrong, but this is one of those errors that I genuinely have to wonder how they got this wrong. Like, what on earth could have mistaken them to think that river dolphins live in Europe? Whatever. 8 out of 10. For a long time, dolphins have fascinated people. In ancient Greece, dolphins were very respected animals that were seen as heroic. People who live near the Amazon River believe that the river dolphins there turn into a human at night to seduce women, and the Ganges River dolphin is believed to be the mount of the goddess of the river, and a lot more. In the modern day, dolphins are associated with intelligence and playfulness, which is usually how they're portrayed in media. But in more recent years, dolphins have been getting more and more of a bad reputation, especially ever since sharks have started to become more tolerated. However, I must play devil's advocate. Yeah, I know, I go on and on about how sharks are demonized, but that doesn't mean I think dolphins should be demonized in return. I don't think any animal should be demonized, be it sharks, dolphins, piranha, snakes, chimps, crocodiles, pit bulls, or even spiders. Yeah, despite having a massive arachnophobia, I don't want spiders to be demonized either. Now, most of the hate for dolphins is mostly tongue-in-cheek, and unlike sharks, it hasn't affected their populations, but still, I take issues with people who call dolphins evil. Because as I explained in my chimp video, calling an animal evil is disingenuous. Because despite their intelligence, dolphins are still animals, and despite being almost human-like in intelligence, they don't have the same moral compass as humans. And that's okay, because why should every species have to follow what our system of morality is? Also, like I said in my chimp video, if you think that it's okay to judge animals by our morality standards, would you say it's fair for super advanced aliens to judge us by their moral standards? And look, despite everything, dolphins, they really do have a sense of compassion to them. I failed to mention this in my chimp video, but everyone is only hung up on the bad side of intelligent animals that they never realize that amongst each other and their own groups, they're very closely knit animals. Chimps, dolphins, orcas, and all these other animals called evil because they're smart. They help each other out, they work together, things like that. So by their moral standards, they're doing what they think is right. And plus, are humans really in a position to judge how things like dolphins or orcas hunt? Because I see a lot of people say things like, they torture their food! And when I see that, I must say, well, at least they haven't wiped a species off the face of the planet just because they eat farm animals. Oh, yeah. And what I really hate is when people say they're evil for doing things that other animals do, but only treat the smart animal like they're evil. Because people will be like, they torture their food. House cats do that too. You gonna call them evil? I mean, house cats have literally wiped several species off the face of the planet, but I don't see anyone calling cats evil. Well, they hurt people. Yeah, and so has basically every animal on the planet at some point. So no, I don't consider dolphins or any other smart animal as evil, because human morality is not universal, and I'm sure if these smart animals could talk, then they'd probably think we were evil by their standards. Apologies for getting all philosophical, I just needed to get that off my chest. I just really hate when people call animals evil, since it just reeks of the whole, it's our world and the animals are living in it mindset that I hate so much. Well, I've been Mr. G. Join us next time when we talk about sea cows. Goodbye.